Hey guys, Matt from Total MTG here, and this week on Deck Tech Tuesday, I have a modern deck for you. It is Modern JUND on a bit of a budget. JUND being one of the very top tier 1 modern decks, if not probably one of the best, is definitely one of the most expensive decks. So what I've made here is a budgeted down version. Tried in practice, I played 6 games with it so far. Won 5, lost 1, so it's not doing too bad. Only deck I lost to was Kiki Resto, but I did get very severely mana screwed on that game. But, you know, beat some very good decks with this. So I thought I'd showcase it to you. And then obviously what I'll do as well, later on over the next weeks or so, I will be playing some games so you can see some gameplay. So like I said, budgeted. We'll start with the lands. No fetch lands in it at all, but we do have Blood Crypts. We have 3 of them, which you could up till 4. Just have 3 in my collection at the moment. Dragon Skull Summit, got a full play set of them. 4 Overgrown Tombs. So we got a Rootbound Crag, Smouldering Marsh, Temple Abandon, and we have a full play set of Woodland Cemetery, and we have some regular basic lands as well. But, you know, on MTGO, these Blood Crypts and stuff like that, they're all around 2 tickets each. Overgrown Tombs and stuff like that. So it's not overly expensive. Obviously, in card form, they're a little bit more expensive. But obviously, this is budget JUND. So even in budget terms, it's still, it's a lot cheaper than a fetch land. And it works pretty well. So let's get to the spells to start off with. We run a 3 of Duress. Type opponent reveals hand, you choose a non-creature non-land card from it, and that player discards his card. I have got Inquisition of Kozilek's in the sideboard. You can switch between the 2. I've just found, for some reason, it's been better off for me starting with Duresses. But I do sub these in a lot of the times, but I don't take out the Duresses. I normally take out, if they've got no creatures, taking out maybe some of the Terminates or Putrefy, whatever I need to get rid of. Then I've got 6 hand disrupting cards in my collection, which would be pretty good. So we go on to a fair Lightning Bolt, same as the main JUND decks. Run Bolt. Bolt is obviously the one of best. 1 mana, 3 damage, creature or player. Absolutely brilliant card. Like I said, run Terminates. Got 3 of them. Destroys target creature. It can't be regenerated. Red and a black. Also run a couple of Putrefy. Destroys target creature or artifact, and it can't be regenerated as well. So, lots of removal. Blightning, found absolutely brilliant this card. 3 damage to target player, and then that player discards 2 cards. Really, really good card, Blightning. Really been impressed with that in my matches so far. We do run a Planeswalker. We run a 1 of Chandra Pyromaster. Deals 1 damage to target player, 1 damage to target creature, and then they can't block. +1, 0 is the exile. You get to play that card end turn. And it has a nice -7 ability as well. So we're going to get to the creatures. We start off with a Pain Seer. Very good card. It is budget and it does a sort of a job. The 2/2, obviously easy to kill like any other creature in Modern as well with those sort of stats. But when it becomes untapped, you reveal the top card. You put that card in your hand. You lose life equal to its mana cost. But we're not, we've got a few high-powered cards here. But we're not really going to take a lot of damage. And it's card draw as well for us. So Pain Seer does a good job. Putrid Leech is a 2/2 for a black and a green. And you can pay 2 life and make it pump to a 4/4. It comes up to a 4/4. So it gives it +2/2. Good early pressure. If they want to bolt it, you've got to wait for them to, they can bolt it. You can pay the 2 life. Plus if you want to keep it alive, which is, really good. Sprouting Thrinax costs all the colours. It's a 3/3. When it dies, you put 3 green sapling 1/1s onto the battlefield. So, that works well. It's good for blockers. Even the 1/1s, they block, snaps, they block. There's a lot of 1-power creatures in Modern. 1 toughness creatures in Modern. And it can also help if we can't kill our opponents. It works well with an Olivia Voldaren. Because you pay 2, do 1 damage to target creature, and you get to put the counter on the Olivia. So, that works in conjunction with that. Obviously, Olivia's better at killing our opponent's creatures and stuff like that. But if it isn't, it can do 1 damage and we can, it puts the counter on and then we can gain control maybe of it with Olivia for 5. We do run one of them. Bit of an all-star. I wanted to try Mana Gorger Hydra in Modern. It starts off as a 1/1 for 3. Because obviously they run Goyfs. Goyfs are absolutely amazing. They only cost 2 and can get really big. This is our creature that can hopefully get big. Now, obviously it only starts off as a 1/1. But if you play these right, you know, you play it, you know, hopefully have a spell that you can play, or maybe 2. You know, play one, play another, and then they cast their spell. Then it can get out of certain ranges. Of course, all of these creatures, like most creatures, all exile to the most popular card, probably one of the most popular cards in Magic, Path to Exile. But I found Mana Gorger Hydra has won me games. You know, it's very quickly sometimes become a 7/7, 8/8, and it just basically just wins you the game. Forgetting enough of this little creature over here as well, Bloodhall Ooze. Beginning of your upkeep, if you control a black permanent, you may put a 1/1 counter on. If you control a green permanent, you may put a 1/1 counter on. So this can be good late or early. Get it down, gather Pain Seer, or you know, anything else like this. It just works really, really well. You know, we can have Putridge Leech down, one of these. They got both colours, can trigger it with that. You know, really good card that can also get out of hand as well. I found very good the Bloodhall Ooze, and it's super cheap to buy as well. And one of the most expensive creatures in our deck is Goblin Dark Dwellers. Goblin Dark Dwellers from standard at the moment. It costs 5. It's a 4/4. When it enters, you get to cast a target instant or sorcery card. Mana costs 3 or less. And lucky for us, they're all of them. So, you know, we can, you know, if we're putting in a blinding discard, 3 damage, Goblin discard, you know, you can empty their hand. It's absolutely brilliant, Goblin Dark Dwellers. And that's the way you play. You know, you can play it with get your early creatures down. Sometimes you want to change it, bring more control in. I'll show you the sideboard in a set, bring more of them in. But it's got card draw, it's got creatures that can get out of hand and win games. It's got a Planeswalker, and it's got recurring with Goblin. You know, it's just, at the moment, this is working really well for me. I'm really enjoying it. And it's beating some really good, you know, tier 1 decks it's been beating at the moment. So, we're going to the sideboard. Sideboard is obviously always up for debate, so any good ideas, let me know. Could have Anger of the Gods in there, possibly, but I've got Pyroclasms at the moment. 2 damage to each creature, because it could, you know, 2 damage to each creature, save. We still got some creatures that can be saved with ours there. But maybe Anger of the Gods is better, but I'm trying Pyroclasm. Vanderblast, destroy target artifact, and you can play it for its overload. We've got a couple of them. Some Rending Volleys, 4 damage to target white blue creature, can't be countered. Already mentioned about the Inquisition of Kozileks. You could have their main or side, swap them with dresses, or play both. That would be entirely up to you. Some Nature's Claims, destroy target artifact or enchantment, they get 4 life. Bit of life gain. Feed the Clan I brought in, worked really well. You know, Mana Gorger Hydra was down with a couple of counters, played a Lightning Bolt, bang, feed the Clan, bang, 4 power, gain 10 life against burn, it was really good. Golgari Charm, all creatures get -1/1, great against other token decks, and it has other abilities as well, where we can regenerate our creatures or destroy target enchantment. And I've got a Gruul Charm as well. Gruul Charm, creatures without flying can't block this turn or gain control of all permanents you own, or it deals 3 damage to each creature with flying. So we've only got 1 flyer in the Olivia Voldaren. But yeah, this is the deck, guys. It is budget JUND for Modern. I definitely recommend putting it together. You know, it does not cost a lot of money. I will hopefully find out. I'll price it up, and then I will add it to the description once I've priced it up. But you know, it's not looking to, you know, the lands probably most expensive, 2, 4, 6. You know, 8, 10, 12. You got the lands there, but for modern stakes, this is still very, very budget. It's going to come in well under $100, well under, I think. Inquisitions have gone down a bit now as well. But yeah, I hope you like this week's Deck Tech Tuesday, guys. Let me know if you make it and how you get on, and I will be putting some games up soon. Maybe my next, when I play Twitch next, hopefully I'll be playing over the weekend, maybe. I will play the JUND budget deck, and we can, you know, jam some games in. Our Twitch link will be below for you all you lovely subscribers on YouTube to go and follow me on there. It's Total MTG on Twitch. Go and follow us on there, and hopefully I'll be able to get some gameplay up on there too. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next week. Cheers, guys.